All right, there you go. I don't know if I need to get some new pictures. You always look so serious in those ones right there. You're like, okay, we're got this going. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. I'm your host, David Burrows, with our good friend Collin, the one of the stars of Heavy Rescue 401, and of course, a big part of Preferred Towing here in Sarnia. How you doing, Collin?
Good. How about you, Dave?
Fantastic. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. It's Plaid Day, apparently.
Apparently, right? We did not plan this at all. And then I didn't tell everybody what we were just talking about before we went live here about why you're not supposed to wear plaid on television.
Well, one of the first things that they told us when we were doing like our interviews and stuff like that, or any scenes with them, never wear plaid because it just messes with the cameras and stuff like that. And I see it now when I watch TV shows and you see someone wearing plaid, and if they're walking around, all of a sudden like things get really blurry. So I see what they're saying, but we're sitting still, so we should
Right.
be okay. We're not going to disappear.
I got to move around the whole time just to mess everybody up. Right on. Yeah, it's cool. But this isn't television, right? So if the camera crew's watching, give us some advice in the comments there. And the comments are already fired up here, and I've got the pause button going so it doesn't scroll by anymore. There's
Hi, Megan.
There's our friend, Mr. Carl Freeman from Oshawa.
Hey, Carl.
Saw him a few weeks ago. That was cool.
Yeah, I had a good chat with him.
Yeah. It was nice of him to make the trip. There's Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Oh, do we know this person?
Hey, Lisa.
Hiker says, Collin ever come to Cambridge?
Hi, Helker. I've been through there quite a few times, actually. We do, I wouldn't say every week we're up there, but I would say like once a month we get up that way. Actually, where we pick up a lot of our towing equipment is in Ayr, which is just outside of Cambridge. So we're up there fairly frequently.
Nice. I like his profile pic. I am the friend you have to explain to your other friends before they meet me. I want to meet you.
There's a story behind that one.
I really want to meet this person. We got Patricia saying good evening. Thanks, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Yes, our friend Domingos. I can't call him Domingos. I've been calling him Dom for 30 years. Hey, Dom. Nice to see you, buddy. And oh yeah, the new pause scroll works fantastic. Megan,
for comments.
Right? You should interview us tow wives. Hey,
I think that will come up here shortly. I'll have to convince Brittany to get on the show at one point or another.
Yeah, there you go. We could. That's a good idea. I think we should do that. Like, I mean, you know, it's only Collin and I here tonight, so we could have made a spot there. And then we've got Penny says hello from Edmonton.
Hi, Penny.
Oh yeah, I'm loving this new feature. They put it in just for me. I was like, that's a true story.
Emailing the developers.
Oh yeah, I was on top of it pretty quick. Tim Dyson, good evening, gentlemen.
Hey,
how has the winter been in Sarnia? So far, just one little dusting of snow in Burlington. Yeah, it's
about the same.
I wouldn't really call it winter yet. I mean,
yeah, give it a couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks, Dave. Yeah. We're gonna see some snow.
Right. Well, and it's really ironic in your business. You kind of hope for the snow, don't you?
Yep, white gold.
Right. White gold. There you go.
Not that we want to see anyone hurt or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, make sure you throw that in there.
Yeah, but you know what? It makes the job a little bit more interesting. So
yeah, a little more exciting. Have you had any exciting tows lately that you can talk about?
Yeah, we actually, last week was just crazy. So like we haven't had a wreck in a few months, I want to say. And then last Monday night, we got one at the border, 2 trucks run into each other.
Oh, wow.
And then at 3 a.m, Tuesday morning, the next morning, I got called out for a fully loaded set of B trains. I posted that one up, 140,000 pounds in the center median. And that was a fun one because the guy called and said, oh yeah, I'm not that far off the road. And I get out there. He wasn't that far off the road. From the other side of the road. So I had to pull him out onto the wrong side of the 402. And luckily he was right before the exit. So we were able to pull him out and then just get over to the shoulder with some police assistance and then just go up the wrong way up the on-ramp there and get him back onto the right side of the road, because he was not coming back out onto the right side of the road. For us to take him out that way, it was going to take us probably another 3-4 hours to get him that way. So
wow,
we made him move out a little bit quicker coming the opposite way.
So how long did that take, start to finish, maybe?
From the time that I got the call to the time I got back to the yard, it was 5 hours. But he was out by Strathroy, so it was drive to the shop, drive out to Strathroy. There's an hour right there, and then the whole job getting everything rigged up, because when you're moving 140,000 pounds, you want to make sure everything is rigged up nice, because you do not want to wear a winch line.
Yeah. Let's well, there's an interesting point in there that I've always wondered about myself, actually. Is like speed. Like you could be at home. Sounds like you were at home, got the call, had to go in, pick up the truck, and then on your way. I mean, time is very, very crucial in a lot of this, especially on a 400 series highway, right? They want them things cleared quickly. Is your heart pounding? Are you getting any kind of you get worked up at all about, and I got to get there, and like what are you feeling about when you're on the way?
Yeah, you definitely get a kick of adrenaline there, but the way that we always look at it too is like you can't get too carried away, especially when it becomes winter and you get the roads are all messed up, and you can't be rushing yourself, because if you do that and you go in the ditch, then you got to call someone else to pull you out, and then you still got to go get the other guy out. So my dad's thing with that has always been, just take your time. They're in the ditch.
Right.
They're not getting out until you get there. So,
Yeah.
Obviously there are some circumstances like emergency rescues that we've been called out to where there's a bit of a hustle put on it, but that's very far and few between.
Yeah. Okay. And the the police, etc., they're all aware that, okay, we need you here now, so do what you got to do to break a few laws, but we say that's okay.
every so often we've had police escorts. I have not gotten one yet, but my dad's had a couple over the years, so that's kind of cool. That's one thing on my bucket list is a police escort to a wreck.
It's better than a police escort somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
All right, we got Joanne Nicholson. Hi, David and Collin from Bruce Mines, Ontario. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Joanne.
Merry Christmas.
Nice. Oh, Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Catherine and I go back a couple of years in public school, actually. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Hello from Peterborough, Ontario. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Well, I think you might know this guy.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah. Guys, I want to wish you a very happy and safe holiday season. Yeah, same back to you, Jack. Hello, David and Collin from Halifax. Hello, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
And Patrick saying hello.
Hey, Patrick.
We got Tammy there. Good evening.
Hey, Tammy.
So hello from the family who drives from Kane's Towing near Brockville.
Ah, hi, Megan. Yeah, it's amazing all the companies and amazing all the people who watch, and it's pretty cool seeing everyone out there.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see who's going to show up. We've had Ireland, Australia, right? So here's Melissa from Salt Lake City. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
And it's wait a minute.
Oh, did you break the pause?
No, I just hit the wrong button. It was totally me. Oh, cool. Hey, Collin, I got my tow truck Lego set today and super excited to set it up.
That's awesome. Thanks, Jeff, for supporting the housing project.
What a great segue
into.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful. I haven't had time to build it yet, but this is the 65-ton rotator building block set. And 423 plus pieces included. Includes record, 2 figures, and decal sheet. Durable, bright plastic building blocks, compatible with other brands. What other brand would that be?
Can't name it for legal reasons, but hey, you
Starts
can piece
with
it
an L,
together.
finishes with O. And I think they all have the. I got there's Colin's signature and there's Gary's signature. You've signed all 2,000 of these already?
Not yet. We're at, I think, like just over 500 is I think where we're at for signatures.
So what are you doing? Like 20 a day?
Try like 200 and do that a week.
Right. Wow. So you can get the merchandise, all this merchandise available. Just go to Preferred Towing's website, and there's an email there. And I think it goes to Carol. She's looking after lots of the orders. Somebody will get it to you. And yes, they will ship them, right?
Yes, we ship all over the world. We've actually had one go out to Australia, so that's pretty cool. You know what? We still have lots. This is the thing that people are kind of like freaking out is, do you still have any? Yes, we have lots. I think the last little bit of math I did, we're sitting at around 420-ish sold and out the door, but we still have, 1,600 roughly.
Yeah. But don't wait, right? Because Christmas is coming, and this is an awesome Christmas.
It's a great gift for Christmas.
Kids are going to love this. I bought 3.
Adult kids will love this.
This one's for me. I'm not going to lie. I think that's really awesome, because I think the last time you were here, like we skipped a couple of months here, and sorry folks, it's just been really super busy with different things, but and you kind of hinted. Well, you hinted here, and then I think I kind of knew after, maybe. It was hard.
We may have thrown it out there into the world to hear, but now it's finally here. We still have bobbleheads, and we now have the calendars. The calendars are here too.
Oh yes, so. I saw that today. I don't have a calendar. I was just there. I gotta go back now. See, the problem is when I go down to the office, it's not just there to pick up a calendar, right? Like I got to visit with front desk staff for a couple minutes, and I go upstairs, and then your mom and dad to hear my footsteps coming, like, oh, here he comes. So we might as well set aside 45 minutes because we know he likes to talk. I can hear it mentally when I leave the room. Actually, the other day when I picked these up, Carol was helping me out. I had to go past the debit machine underneath, and it wouldn't go under, so I went to pass it around, and I didn't realize there was like a plastic blockade there. So I banged into it, and I knocked over the bobbleheads, and everything was falling apart. Carol's like, "Oh, David!" And then I could hear your dad yelling downstairs, "David, are you still here?" It was quite a scene. This poor guy walked in the door and was looking at me like he didn't know what he walked into. I think he was there to pay his bill.
Walked into a wreck there.
Oh boy. So yeah. Look out when I show up, right? And lunches with me are like 2 hours. The bobbleheads are still here, right? Oh, there we go. Let's get them right in. There's Gary, there's Colin, there's Gary. And Colin says to, "Hey Dad." "Yes, son." "When are you gonna retire?" "Never. I'll always be watching." Okay.
I can't let him retire yet. We're too busy.
Right? Oh, yeah, he can't retire in the wintertime. He can retire in spring maybe or something, right?
No, we're still too busy.
There you go. All right, let's get back to the comments. Before I get carried away here. I found a glitch. Where did it go? Good evening from Newmarket.
Hey, T-Bone.
Cool Camaro. There's Bill Hughes. Hello, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
We got Jesse from Florida.
Hey, Jesse.
There's Collingwood.
Hey, John. Nice city up there.
Yeah, and there's Jesse from Sarnia.
Hey, Jesse.
Thought it would be good for everyone to know what us tow wives with the kiddos went on call. It's interesting. Oh, there's Megan again, right? Yeah, I thought we're definitely going to have to. Megan's going to be here every time now saying, hey, when are we going to get the wives on?
No, that is a good topic actually, and I think that
so.
we will have to bring that in because there is that aspect to this business. You know, we're gone some days. Well, you know, for a couple days at some points. So you know, it changes on a phone call, really.
Yeah, and you get like, and of course, the phone never rings when you're not really doing anything. It only rings when it's like Christmas or you're ready to go to a movie or whatever.
Yep.
That's just the way it goes.
Right in the way to interrupt everything, I know.
Yeah. So that's like, you know, like your mom and dad and everybody, you know, who's involved in a relationship together. That's a conversation, I guess, before things go too far, or at some point that conversation has to come up and go, look, this is the life we've chosen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's Collin from Northern Michigan.
Hey, Bruce.
Snow is white, gold, and the fun begins. Yeah.
Hey, Dean.
Hi from Ottawa, Catherine. Yeah. There's Susan from Brampton.
Hey, Susan.
Here's Jughead Manson. Hello, Collin from Tim's Landscaping Services. Happy holidays from Hamilton.
Hey, Jughead.
Nice. There's Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Port Dover in the house. Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
Oh, this is interesting. Sure, I think we can talk about this. Michael says, I'm one of the guys who runs the Highway Through Hell Heavy Rescue 401 Facebook. Can you talk about your tow truck that was stolen and recovered? The Jamie Davis crew had one of their light duties stolen are under the same time. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks, Michael.
Yep.
Share that story.
Oh, that was a very wild experience to say the least. So our truck was up at a dealership in Cambridge on consignment, and we got the phone call one day that asking if we had picked our truck up, and it was like, no, we haven't picked the truck up. Is it not in the yard? And they're like, we're gonna go look. So they went and looked, and sure enough, it was not. The thieves. The thing is, the old Fords like that, they're really easy to pop the ignition. So I don't know if they popped the ignition or if they had another set of keys, because that truck had 450,000 kilometers on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if the key itself was worn out and they could just put whatever key they wanted in that thing and start it up. So they made away with it. From there, they went up to, I believe, Oakville and stole another pickup truck out of a dealership with it. And then from there, it went to Orangeville. And I'm pretty sure they were planning on stealing another vehicle with it, or several vehicles with it up in Orangeville.
You mean like they towed the vehicles away?
Yeah. They stole. They literally stole a brand new Dodge Ram pickup truck out of a dealership. There's a couple pictures of them just hooking up to this thing, and they're gone. And it's like, okay, well, that's great. So the truck lived a life of crime for a short 2 weeks, and then from what I understand is they left it in a parking lot somewhere in Orangeville there, and ironically enough, Buddy left his wallet in the truck.
Oh, wow. He just made America stupid as criminals.
When the police found it, they found his wallet in the truck. So
wow.
I don't know any further updates about that, but our truck has been recovered. It's sitting back at Canadian Towing Equipment for consignment. You know what? It's nothing to do with them. It's just, it's something that happened. And right now, like, the amount of pickup trucks and cars and stuff that are being stolen, like, it's crazy. You know, these thieves are getting pretty bold and brazen.
I was going to say, that's pretty brave. And you drive around with preferred tow. Of course, then again, you drive around with preferred towing truck. I guess you wouldn't think anything of it.
That's the thing. And you know what the best part too was? They put stolen plates on it from Sarnia. So not only did they steal the truck, they found plates that were stolen from Sarnia for a pickup truck. So they put those on it.
Wow.
So you know what? It's this organization, whatever it was that took the truck, they have a network. They have a network. So I'm really hoping that they did get caught because at the end of the day, it's pretty stupid when you leave your wallet in the truck you stole. But hey, that's just me.
All right. Great story. That's very interesting. Like I just think of how stupid. Like anyway, I guess okay, but now that tow truck has 451,000
Yeah.
kilometers.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org,
Alexa, stop.
the following
Always listening, Dave. Always listening.
Always, right? No edits here, folks. Jack Kane says, Colin, it's been a while. Just to let you know, you're number 6 and your dad is number 17 on my bobbleheads.
That's hilarious. My dad's favorite number is number 6, so it's too bad it wasn't the other way around.
Number 3s.
And you got matching pairs.
I did. I got number 3s. That's cool though. Yeah, the bobblehead's still available. And if you're just joining us, hello and welcome. We're talking with Collin from Preferred Towing here in Sarnia, also one of the stars of Heavy Rescue 401. You can get any of the merchandise that we're talking about here that supports Ohana Landing, a youth transitional housing facility here in Sarnia, brought forward by Collin's parents, Gary and Tammy, and really proud to have a facility like that. So proceeds from all of the merchandise goes to help maintain that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Slow down and move over. It is the law. We need more signs up, though, I think, if we can talk our government into spending money on some signs to say that. Are you seeing a difference? In the last,
By far, it's, you know what, over the last 6 years that the show's been going, 5 years that the show has been going, it's definitely made a difference. And you know what, they have, I don't know if you've noticed on 402, they've set up a bunch of these electronic signboards. They're about every 30, 40 kilometers they've got one. So hopefully we can figure out who runs that, say, hey, every once in a while, why don't you just put slow down, move over up there?
Well, yeah. I saw some new ones out there. Yeah, they're testing them right now, from what I could see. That's great. Yeah. Well, and it's the law, and you don't want that ticket, and but you just don't want the responsibility of hurting somebody and then having to live with that. And it's like, where do you got to be?
Yeah, I mean, I know.
If you're late for work, you're already late.
And realistically, to slow down and move over for someone on the side of the road, what's it take? An extra 2 seconds. Does that really affect anything?
I was coming back from Glencoe. What's today? Yeah, yesterday. And it wasn't a tow truck, it wasn't the ambulance or anything, but there were, looked like maybe hydro workers on one side and farmers on the other side. They're doing something together. Anyway, I didn't have to slow down. And you know what? 3 out of the 5 guys that were there all stopped and waved.
Yep.
And I thought, and honestly, I could hear that in the back of my head, slow down and move over. Right. So it's important.
We all appreciate it.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to play something and then stay with us. We'll be back and we'll get to more of your questions and comments.
The best thing that the public can do to help us is move over, slow down. It's also the law to move over when you're approaching a stopped police cruiser or tow truck, ambulance, fire. You need to move over and give that one lane if it's safe to do so. And if you can't, you need to at least slow down. We want to go home to our families at the end of the day too.
Yeah, slow down and move over. It's the law and it's the safe thing to do, right? Like he said, you want to get home to your families as well too. So yeah, let's get back to I'm clicking. Anybody? I want to hire a producer. Come to Newfoundland. Is that what I'm seeing there? Come to Newfoundland lots. Oh,
I'm assuming that
snow.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you guys have days where you can't leave your house.
Right.
That's wild.
Right. I have a lot of American friends like online, so they don't really. They're like, oh, you live in Canada. What's it like there? Boy, you must have. I'm like, oh yeah, the polar bears are knocking on my window right now, and
8 foot of snow outside.
one of my
Middle
husky
of
dogs broke
July.
his leg, and like that was trying to get a vet in the anyway. And some believe it actually. Bex Keys. Here's one. I don't think we've ever had this. How did you feel about your first day on the job?
Ooh, it's going back now. Actually, that's 9 years now for me. I've been doing
Yeah.
this for 9 years, in December is for me. So it was definitely interesting. You know what? Like, I mean, I've been around it my whole life, but
Yeah.
it's a whole different game when you go out on your own for the first time. Do I remember my first call? No. Do I remember some of my first few winch out? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I was terrified doing those because it was, it's the thing that everyone drills into. You got to really watch those wire rope. If they snap, they'll kill you. So, here I am thinking, oh my God, I don't want to snap this. I don't want to put too much force on it. And, from there coming to where I am now and moving 140,000 pound vehicles compared to the 3,000 pound vehicles that I was back then, and thinking to myself, oh my God, this wire rope could kill me. Now it's like, now you know how to rig. Now you know how to move stuff that heavy, and you're good.
Yeah. I think a part two to this question would be, I wonder, how did your dad feel the first time he let you go doing on your own? And how did your mom feel the first time she knew you were going to do it on your own? Have you ever had that conversation? What was that like, mom, dad?
I haven't had that conversation with them, but I know like my dad's talked about it. Like he talks about it actually fairly frequently, like just even talking about the job that we did the other day there in the center median. I called him. Um, I got the phone call. I took the rotator out. I had Tim come out with the 50-ton, and I got out there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, you know what? Come on out, Dad, because this is a lot of weight. I want some extra set of eyes. And he got out there. And, his thing is, he's always says is, I forget that you've been doing this now for this long. I forget that you have these tools at your hand. I think back to when I started out in the heavies, and we had 125-ton and we're making stuff like this move. And it was like a lot more challenging. So I think he still worries, and he still thinks back to where he was back then, and thinks, I'm in that same spot, but luckily we have the bigger equipment now. And, I've had a lot of years, riding along with him before actually even jumping into the tow truck myself. So I do have a fair amount of experience, but yeah, there's always still something to learn. And that's why I called him to come out on this, because I haven't seen everything, and it's going to be a long time before I even see half of what everything is. Right. So,
it's nice that you have him to lean on, right? I mean, did you,
yeah.
I don't know, did your dad have somebody like that to lean on when he was learning?
No, it was all realistically him. He did have the mentorship from the Bear, but aside from that, a lot of this stuff was trial by error, and there was a lot of error. And I think that's what makes him worried about where I am now, is because he thinks back to that and thinks about all the mistakes he made to get to where he is. But, also different equipment, a lot smaller of equipment compared to what we have now.
And those mistakes can be ultra dangerous.
Yeah, and for sure. You have a wire rope fly at you, you have a chain fly at you, that's some serious stuff. And, he doesn't want to see that. So, he's always kind of run it through me, make sure you rig big. And I've definitely taken that away from what he's given me.
Yeah. And what about your mom? Have you had that conversation? Like, did she recall?
I haven't had it with my mom, so I'll have to ask her. I do remember early on, she was definitely a little nervous about me going out there on the highways and stuff like that. And I remember it was, yeah, it was my first winter out on the highway, and I had a truck jackknife right beside me. I remember she was a little concerned about that day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, and I would guess, knowing your mom and your dad, like they're still probably nervous about you going on your own, but they're more confident in your ability now, because not to take away from but you've done more, you've got more experience, so there's more of a confidence there as well. But I'm sure it's a mom and a dad, the nerves really never go away when it comes to your children, right? So thanks,
Yep.
Bex, for the key and Colin. Those are great answers. Michael says hello.
Hi, Michael.
Jamie says, what's up?
Hey, Jamie.
And Suzanne, Merry Christmas to all, and I miss you guys. Okay, Suzanne, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Suzanne.
Hey, Dan from Sarnia Lambton Ford. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Another one from Collingwood.
Hey, John.
And here's St. Isidore. I hope I'm saying that right. Ontario. Alexis.
I've never heard of it, but hi, Alexis. I'll have to look up where that is.
Okay. I like it. There's a lot of car lovers here. It's not just excited for heavy rescue, but I'm seeing a lot of the profile pics there, right? You know, and you and I both, we like our cars. Your dad's got a car he's had since he was a teenager, right?
Yep. We all enjoy it. He's the one who got me into the cars, so
yeah.
He's to blame for the addiction now.
There you go. Here's Thomas from Los Angeles, California. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah, that was exciting for your mom and dad not too long ago. Was Los Angeles?
Yeah, I guess I can talk about that too. Since, like, geez, I keep forgetting it's been over 2 months since the last time we've done one of these. There's been a lot that's gone on, but yeah. So, little backstory behind that: my parents got an email one weekend, like literally a week before this event was going on. It was one of the event planners for this charity group that does stuff for the Emmys. So, from what I understand and what I gather from this is he sets up this charity golf tournament every year to support starting out actresses and actors. And the sponsors to that actually requested that my dad come out. So he reached out to my dad a week before the event, and yeah, they got to go down to California and play a little bit of golf and enjoy themselves down there. So that was pretty cool to hear that and that experience. So maybe next year I'll get to go. We'll see.
And did they met some celebrities while did he play golf with some celebrities?
Yeah, he played golf with some celebrities. So I guess on his team, the charity organizer for Tiger Woods, that's who was on my dad's team.
Oh.
Cedric the Entertainer was there. Who else? There was a couple big names.
There's somebody, Kevin, somebody from Saturday Night Live.
Yes, there was. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Don't remember the name.
And a boxer?
Yes. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Wow.
That's right.
Saw the pic with your dad there.
Yeah.
Very cool for your mom and dad. And I know they took an extra day or two to themselves to while we're here, we might as well enjoy ourselves. And I know they did. They were really excited. And I could see your mom just like running around talking to everybody. Hi. If you ever need anything, we'll come down here. That's awesome. No, great experience, great opportunity.
It was good branching out for sure. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Right on. Well, and I'm sure some relationships were formed there too.
Oh, for sure.
Catherine says the Lego set is the best. I'm building mine tomorrow. Nice. You know what I think would be cool? If people would take just some video on your camera while you're building it, or once it's done being built, if you want to send it to, where should we have them send that?
They can either send it to the Preferred Towing Facebook page, or into Carol's email there, which is office@preferredtowing.com. And
Okay.
I believe that's up on our website. But yeah, that'd be really cool. Send that, because we always get like pictures and videos of kids playing and setting up like accidents and stuff like that. Parents taking videos of their kids playing with the toy tow trucks and stuff like that. So now you got the Lego sets. You can play with that and show us the wrecks you've been playing with.
There you go. There you go. Ann says, hi, Colin. One little boy is going to be disappointed he missed this. He thinks you were the greatest. Who are we talking about?
Hi, Ann. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
It's okay. A fan for sure. You can't keep track of them all in your head, right?
Unfortunately, it's amazing how much it's grown over the last few years. I just can't believe, from even just doing this, almost 2 years doing this, and it's like, wow, amazing to see
We've been doing
how
it
much
that
it's
long.
grown. It's a year and a half.
Yeah, it's over a
Because
year.
it was a May we started.
That's right.
May, I think, was our first one in May. So 2 years in May.
Well, I like it because they used to just say, hi, Colin, hi, Colin, hi, Colin, hi, Colin. Now they say, hi, Colin and Dave. So that's cool.
I know. It's great.
Peter, yeah. How much are they?
They are $65 plus tax. So it's $73.45. And then obviously shipping on top of it. So
right. Just go buy 5 of them.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that? Even big kids,
They
you
are
just
pretty
wrap
cool.
that up and you just a heavy rescue fan. Doesn't matter how old they are, right? So
or just even a building blocks fan. Like, man, I remember when I was a kid and Lego building everying. I had my Lego trains. That was my big thing when I was a kid. Lego trains.
Yeah, right. My nephews, 3 of them, they have a living room full.
That's awesome.
Tables full of Lego. They could do a reality TV show on Lego.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is a long one, but I'll just read it because it might cover your face.
Oh yeah.
This is from Sean. Hey, Colin, I watch your show every day and I love your show. I don't understand when you're trying to rescue a truck out of a ditch and you have your tow truck emergency lights flashing. Why do people don't care and drive fast past you when they are supposed to slow down and switch lanes on the highways and let you do your work? Great question. We're not sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's one I can't answer. But you know what? This show has given us so much exposure out into the world, and people get to see what we do on the side of the highways. And I think it's garnered a lot more respect for our industry, which has been huge, and I've said it before, but it's something that if you're not out there on the side of the road and you've never actually had a car or transport truck pass you at 100 kilometers an hour, only, a foot or two away, it's an experience.
It sure is.
It is an experience. And, if you don't have that experience, sometimes you're just oblivious to it. And I think with the show, it gives people a little bit more sense of what it is actually like.
Yeah. Just go for a ride and stand just even at the back of a tow truck off the side, not even near the edge of the road. Just stand there and wait for a truck to go by.
Mm-hmm.
That might be an experience. Speaking of my nephews, I remember a couple of years ago, it was actually a Tuesday night because I had just finished watching Heavy Rescue 401. And I got a phone call that my brother-in-law and his wife and the kids were stuck on the side of the road on the highway. And Jennifer was already sleeping. So it was like 11:30 at night, midnight, and the kids at that time, they're very young, like 7, 9, and 11 kind of deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dark. Anyway, I drove out there just to pick them up and leave the car on the side of the road. And I think I called Preferred Towing and said, come get that thing. And the first kid out just ran over to me and gave me a big hug. And it was like, they were scared, right?
Yep.
And then even mom and dad are like, well, it's okay. It's like, what do? You can't do anything until help arrives, right? So, yeah. So slow down and move over. Smarten up.
Yep.
Hi from Brooklyn, Newfoundland.
Hi, Ted.
Hey, Ted, right on. Hi, David and Nicole. I'd love to wish David, Colin, Gary, Tammy, and all the preferred towing team a very Merry Christmas and a safe, happy, and prosperous 22. Can you believe it?
Thank you, Joseph. And back at you. We're hoping that next year is going to be a good year, and hopefully everything will start opening up so people can start coming back over and visiting a little bit more often and get to see our equipment.
Tommy, pardon me. Colin, have you ever lost a job? Pardon me. Have you ever lost a job on your way to a wreck, I'm thinking, after getting the call from police?
Heavy wise, no. Light duty, every once in a while it happens because with the way it works in the city is we are on contract, so we work in rotation. There's 3 companies on this rotation, so we get 1 week every 3 weeks. And then they also allow customer requests. So if the customer requests someone else, they're more than fine to do that. So every once in a while you get one where you're on your way out to just a light duty accident in the city or something like that. And it turns out that the customer had requested their own tow company, and it happens. That's part of this job.
Not much you can do about that.
No.
Right? If I'm out of wreck, I know who I want.
Yep.
Right? Because I'd get in trouble if they saw my car in the back of another one. Your mother would be calling me, "What are you doing?" Look at that. Good day from Australia. Hey, mate.
Hey, Craig.
Happy holidays from Michigan.
Hey, Laura. Thank you. You as well.
All right. This one, I'm surprised it took this long to come up. This one, well, it's been sitting there for a while. When are the shows going to restart in USA, New York?
Well, Jack, I'm not sure on the dates yet. I am constantly watching on Heavy Rescue's Facebook page because that's where I get my information from.
Right.
They don't email me beforehand because I think that if they did that, they figure I'll let it out early. It's not like that I've done that before or anything. So
it'd be hard. Hello from Windsor.
Hi, Joe.
I should get Joe to go and say hi to my wife. My wife left me for the night, and she's playing a slot machine. How weird would that be? Hey, David says hi.
She's got her tablet on watching us right now, and she's just cursing you out.
Could be. Hello, Colin from Miramichi, New Brunswick. Hey, that's a cool place.
Hi, Gord. I've never been there, but I've been through New Brunswick, so.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Work safely when on your job. Yeah, for sure, right?
Thank you. I always try.
Hi, it's Daniel from London. We met last Sunday, and you gave me a tour. It was awesome.
Hi, Diane. Yes, that was awesome. It's always nice getting the fans out there and showing them around the yard. It's always fun. It's
right,
like that sense of excitement that I remember when I was a kid looking at all the big trucks my parents had, and, now to see that in everyone else, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And those are fun for you to do, right? When somebody says, "Hey, can you get a picture or something like that?" Are you getting more used to that? I know, like a year ago, you were still adjusting, but are you getting better at it?
Getting used to it, but it's still it's weird. It's never not gonna be weird, I think, because like as I've always said, as my dad's always said, we're guys doing our job, and people enjoy watching that on TV. So it's cool.
But you really make people's day. Well, when we had, you guys were at my party there a couple of weeks ago, and my niece was there with her boyfriend. Yep. And do you know the backstory about that, like how that came about?
I do not, but man, he was excited.
Oh, right. So he'd be like, I don't know, 29, 30 years old, right? But his dad is a super big fan of Heavy Rescue 401. So Colin was at my party there a couple of weeks ago, and Ryan's his name. He looked over to Jennifer and said, "Is that is that the people from Heavy Rescue 401? And Jennifer's like, oh yeah, they're good friends of ours. She's like, really? Do you think I could get a picture? And Jennifer's like, oh, come on over. Yeah, sure, we'll introduce you, no problem. Well, the next thing you know, folks, Collin had brought the rotator to my party. And they took him out there and they put him in the truck, and a video was taken, and it was for Ryan's dad for his birthday, and his dad's still ecstatic about it. And
That's awesome. Well, I'm
yeah,
glad we could make his day.
yeah. Well, that was just above and beyond. He just wanted a picture with you, right? Next thing you know, he's sitting in this 60-ton rotator, right? So yeah, that's cool. But you know, and we've talked about this before, like as it's hard to adjust to this fame, if you will. But you got to know that you're having an impact on people, a positive one.
And that's neat. And that is one of our bigger reasons for doing this is, you know, it's shows a good side of the industry, but you know, it's neat for us being able to see the impact on the community, and just worldwide. Like as I've always said, like I remember, you know, being that kid watching the Discovery Channel, having my heroes on it, and finally one day getting to actually meet one of them in person, and it was just like mind blowing. And then now I'm that guy that, you know, people are coming by and, you know, getting to say hi, and for them it just makes their day. It's cool. It really is. It's you know, it's really awe-inspiring.
Impact, buddy. Impact.
Yep.
Yeah. I know we're a little behind here, folks. Bear with me. We got Michael saying hi from Ohio.
Hi, Michael. I was there the other day.
Timothy. Oh yeah, Timothy from Etobicoke.
Hi, Timothy.
And Alan from Sheridan, Wyoming.
Hi, Alan.
Judy says, Merry Christmas to you and your mom and dad.
Merry Christmas, Judy.
They watch down in the lower 48 in Ohio, I guess.
Hi, Mike.
Preferred trucks are easy to identify. Yeah.
We like that. Got to make sure the brand awareness is out there.
Right. Tommy, I don't think he was here at the beginning. Did you both plan it? No, we didn't. We did not talk. Actually, if you don't mind me answering a question that I get, I get messages all the time. And what's really interesting is just to be clear, folks, I am not a part of Heavy Rescue 401. I am not, like, I don't work for them. I don't work for Preferred Towing. We're good friends. Anyway, but I'm proud to be a part of it and associated with it. So with that being said, I often get messages, Collin, about, you know, like when is I've gotten questions about when are the calendars coming out, and I'm like, you can go to
they
Preferred
think you
Towing.
have an inside scoop, is what it is, because you're a close friend. They're
Well,
trying to get that inside edge.
Right. There was a couple of times I was privy to some stuff, and your mother was like,
she'll straighten you out.
she
She
has
will
a
straighten
couple
you
of
out.
times.
I had to keep those tow trucks a secret for 2 years.
I know, right? So I'm okay getting messages. That's fine. But what I wanted to get to was Collin and I, this is completely unscripted. And I think that's one of the best parts about this show that we do, Collin, is other than talking about who's going to be on, and a lot of times we don't know till the last minute, and that we've had people plan and they canceled because they're a tow truck driver.
It happens.
Right. So just to be clear to people, this is completely unscripted. Yeah, we know we're going to talk about a little bit like the tow trucks and the Lego, or the building block things. Whoops. Did I say that the wrong way? Building blocks associated with L&O. Anyway, so it's fun to do it this way because it's live and you can't edit that stuff. And I think that just makes it more a little whimsical for us. And so because Collin and I, we get laughing and we don't know what we're going to talk about, right? So yeah,
that's the best part.
Right. And Catherine, you got both number 4 bobbleheads right after my freeze. There you go. I tried to get number 1, but obviously those are sitting in the office.
They're permanently attached to the desk. We've gorilla glued those things right down. Can't take those ones.
I'm not sure. I think those might have been the ones that I knocked over the other day when I was in there. So you might have to re-glue those. That's a true story. Oh boy. Goodness sakes. Here's one I've never seen. Hi, Collin. Where do you see the company in 20 years?
That is a good one. You know what? Honestly, I don't know because this industry is ever changing. Right now, we're going through a huge change with this highways contract that's coming out. And for the people who don't know, there is a new highways contract that has come through in Ontario, and you have to have certain equipment. You have to meet certain standards to be able to work on the highways. So this is all coming through mainly in the Toronto area right now. They're doing a lot of the test piloting in Toronto, but if it goes well, it's going to spread out through Ontario. So, I mean, it's hard to say what's going to happen in the next 20 years, but I'm hoping to see that the company has maybe a second location in that 20 years. That's my goal with this, is to have a second location and kind of go from there.
All right.
So
cool.
we'll see how that rolls.
And we'll do a live show from wherever that is.
I like this.
I think, speaking of which, I wonder if we could pull this off if we did a live show. Could we do a live show from Preferred Towing? Like
Sure.
after hours, and we could maybe sit in the trucks and do the show, and we could walk around and show off that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That works for me.
Okay. All right. Little extra technology, but I can pull it off.
That's all you, Dave, because
Yeah, right? I just need good internet. That's cool. I look forward to that. Actually, I'll remember this conversation and see where we are in 20 years.
Yeah.
When are you guys going to start a phone-in show? Wow. There's big expectations, and it's all on me because I'm the tech guy. We could do that. Would you do that?
Sure, why not? You know what? That'd be kind of fun too. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Keep my finger on the mute button.
Yeah.
Your mother's not allowed to call in.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
She'd find a way anyway. She'd just knock on my door. All right. When will the news shows start? Well, there's a question we never get.
Hi, Jane, and I am sorry because we still don't know yet, but they will be announcing, I think, in the next couple of weeks, as they normally do. So Highway Through Hell runs from September through December, and then typically we start in January, but I don't want to make any promises because I don't know, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. No, Joe says, I think in January. I can say it. I think based on the past, it is highly likely, if you were a betting person, you could probably likely most reliably bet on sometime in January. I don't know.
We'll go with that.
Right? Okay. Yeah. We really don't know. We're not lying to. We have no idea. But it's likely. That would be a good guess. Have you talked to any of the guys from out west from Highway to Hell about the flooding?
I have not yet. I am going to get in contact with a couple of guys just to see what's going on and see if there's anything we can do to help, because it's like I'm going off the pictures that I have seen, and it's wild out there. Like, there are entire communities that have been displaced. There's roads that are just gone. Like, the pictures from this, if you haven't had a chance to see the pictures, you need to go online and look and see what they're dealing with, is because you can't understand the full devastation of this flooding until you see the pictures. Like, there are literal just chunks of highway that have been ripped away by these floods. Like, it's just wild. So I am going to be in contact with some people out there. I did talk to, actually, I've been talking with Jordy. I was hoping to have him on tonight, but they didn't work out. So hopefully I'll get in contact with him for another live stream, but we'll definitely be in contact with him about what we can do to help out there.
Yeah, it's the towing industry is a family industry too, right?
It is.
Noel says, hi, Collin. What is the most challenging aspect of your job, like rigging vehicles, or what would that be?
You know what? It definitely is to do with the rigging, because every vehicle is different and every bit of structure is different. So the biggest challenge right now that we're seeing is a lot of these trailers are now aluminum, and with the aluminum trailers, you really can't rig to anything on the aluminum itself. You have to find something that's steel. So it makes our job a lot harder trying to find somewhere to rig to on these things. But you know what? That's part of the fun in this job is you're always having to adapt to a new environment, and it really makes you think outside the box and really gets you know those thinking juices going. So
Right.
it is fun. It's a lot of fun doing this. But yeah, the rigging is definitely one of the more challenging aspects of this. Everything else is kind of straightforward. It's just pulling the rigging out. That's a lot of physical energy in that, but
Yeah.
the thinking part would definitely be the rigging.
Think like MacGyver.
Exactly.
Right? And I can hear your dad saying, stop, look around and see what's around you and work
Yep.
with what's around you, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You never know what you find on the side of the road, or that a piece of wood, a strong piece of wood could be super helpful in many ways, right?
Yes, it can.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the GTA. Okay, I don't know if you can talk about this. I'm not sure. Hey, Colin, not sure if this is in your area in Sarnia, but here in the GTA, there's a new authorized towing thing starting here. What can you say about that?
So that's kind of what I was touching on earlier there. So they have this tow zone pilot project that's going on, and it's to do with the towing contracts for the highways. You know what? I'm going to get flack for saying this because there's a lot of varying opinions going on in the highways. But you know what? I think that change needs to happen because what is going on up in the Toronto area is not working. There's a lot of violence going on, and there's a lot of people putting other people in danger, racing to accident scenes just to get a job. And I don't see that being the way of the future, realistically. People need to understand that change needs to happen. I don't know what that change needs to be. I don't know if this pilot project that they have put into place is the right change, but something does need to happen because we cannot keep going with what is going on up there because it's too dangerous. It realistically is. I'm glad it's not what we deal with down here, but up in Toronto, it's way too dangerous what's going on. So yes, change does need to happen. I don't know what this is going to do to the industry in terms of this pilot project, but I think that we need to explore every option at this moment. And if this is offering us a glimpse into something that could be better, we may as well go for it.
All right. Thanks for sharing that, Colin. I know it is a touchy subject for a lot of people, so I appreciate that. Joseph Hupp, and sorry, folks, we're behind. This question came in about a half an hour ago, so there's just so many. And we don't want to cover Colin up. Just this week, I realized what you guys have to put up with in regards to working on the side of a highway. I had to help a lady with her car just at edge lines width off the highway in a 110 kilometer an hour zone, standing on the side of the road, trying to make people move over. I had to act as a traffic controller as well, and only a couple of vehicles moving over, right? Yeah, and that's yeah. We'll just go back to, what do you think of the 110 kilometers an hour?
You know what? And I know my mom was very against it. I don't see it being a problem because the problem doesn't lie in the speed limit, because before they raised the speed limits to 110, people were already doing 130, 140 down the 402. So the speed limit being raised, realistically, it didn't affect anything. The trucks are still limited at 105. So no matter what, they're still passing us at the same speed. It's the cars that are passing us a little bit faster. But at the end of the day, like, people, whether it's 110 110, 120, 130, the reaction time that you'd have to move out of the way of something like that, you're not going to do it. So realistically, it all falls back to the slow down, move over, respect our work zone, stuff like that. And just something to add to Joseph's comment there is, and I get this a lot, people get frustrated. I get frustrated standing on the side of the roads. Never step out onto the highway to try to get people to move over. Please do not do that, because I have customers all the time that I have to physically pull into the truck because they want to stand out because they're getting frustrated that people are buzzing us. But you know what? Your safest thing to do is just to stand on the shoulder.
This doesn't work.
Exactly. You're not going to stop, 3,000 pound car. You're not going to stop a 140,000 pound truck. We're not Superman. Don't stand on the road, please.
Yeah. Good advice. Like, I know people mean well, for sure. That's just, it's not, hey, Alicia says, hey, Colin, how are you? My son noticed you today at salons and your dad.
Hi, Alicia. At Sloan's. Okay.
Oh, Sloan's. Oh, were you getting a Christmas tree?
We were getting our Christmas tree today. Yes.
That's cool.
You know what? If you guys see us, you're more than welcome to come say hi. Like, we have always been open to, like, we're out there. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy.
Picking up a Christmas tree.
Come on and say hi.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
It's good that you say that, though, because I think some people, might go, oh, yeah, but they're getting their Christmas tree. It's family. We don't want to bother them. And that's respectful. I get that. But it's okay. Go over and say hi.
Say hi. It's cool. We're more than happy to say hi, get a picture. You know what? It's pretty cool, actually. You know what? And I was thinking about it. I saw people staring and stuff like that. And it's hard to say now, like, when you're out in public, you see people staring, you don't know if they're staring because they know you from the show or just because they're staring.
Right.
That's
yeah.
a weird thing for us.
Well, you know what I think people should do when they see you and your dad and your mom's there? They shouldn't even go up and talk to you and Gary. They should just go over to Tammy and go, hi, why aren't you on the show more? I want a picture with you.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, there you go. Listening in, Matt is listening with us.
Hey, Matt.
This is her first time listening in. Right on, Matt. And of course, this Colin, I can't help this. I'm really sorry. Not sorry. I bet you remember your first mud job.
I remember that one. I will always remember that one because all of you watching will never let me forget that one.
Right. If nobody else brings it up, I will by the end of the show.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Right. Richard says, good to see you back. Happy and safe holidays. Really appreciate you calling, and thank you for being a real and great person. There you go. There's the impact.
Hey, Richard, thank you.
Bo says, Gary, Colin are awesome. Great show. Have a great Christmas.
Thank you, Bo. Merry Christmas to you, too.
Dean's around the Cornwall area.
Hey, Dean. Say hi to Herb and the guys.
Oh, here you go. Colin, do you have any brothers or sisters? Any bothers? Do you have any bothers? Anybody bother you? Any brothers or sisters?
Well, I have a sister. She is currently going through for naturopathic doctor. So she has no interest in the towing industry, and I don't blame her. She's run the opposite way from the business, and I don't blame her at all. My parents gave us the out, go explore the world, try to find out what you want to do. You don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want. And my sister took that opportunity and I got suckered in.
Right. Kate, she says, hi, Colin.
Hey, Kate.
Justin, good evening, gentlemen. How are you? I love what you guys do. Keep up the awesome work.
Hey, Justin. Thank you.
Oh, Tracy's asking if the building blocks. Yeah, there's still. So yeah, the tow truck here, the building block truck. They've got 2,000 of them. They've sold just over 450. So there's still plenty, but don't wait. Get them. They will ship them to you.
Yep.
You pay the shipping kind of thing, but you just simply go to preferredtowing.com and you can find out more about that. And still the bobbleheads.
Yep.
Still the bobbleheads. Come on, Dad. Wait, hurry up, son. Just go retire, Dad. Okay. My phone hasn't gone off yet, so they can't be watching.
You say that. Wait till the end.
Right? They won't ever call me again because I think last time they called, I put them on air.
No, we called them because it was a
That's
bet,
right. We
remember?
called. That's right. That's right. We did. You're like, hello, what do you want? Yeah. There's Mark says, hey, Dave.
Hey, Mark.
Wow, Giovanni Pinto. Hi, I'm from Brazil and a big fan of you. I work with truck rescues here, and I dream of one day working in North America. Wow, that's amazing.
Hi, Giovanni. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it's amazing how far the show reaches. Like it really is, because like again, you hear that sort of stuff, and it's like, all right, never thought that I'd be seen in, Brazil or Australia or Europe.
Right. Devin has come here twice and keeps missing you. I got him the model for Christmas. You met your dad.
Oh, okay. I think yes, you guys were here a couple weeks ago. I think I remember my dad told me that you guys had stopped by. So I am sorry. I'm trying to be around when I know people are coming, but unfortunately,
Right.
I am just as busy trying to make sure that we're still running.
Yeah, I hear you. Matt, hopefully Tim and I will see you tomorrow. Colin and David, my girlfriend, is listening. Oh, yeah, right, Matt. Yeah, I got the Sting game tomorrow, but Matt wants to get together tomorrow so
Yeah,
if we can pull that off, that'd be good.
I'm free for most of the day aside from like the evening.
Yeah, I told him for me it'd be like after 5 o'clock kind of thing. So maybe you go and then I go later.
There you go. That works actually, because 5 o'clock I have supper with my grandma. So
there you go. Yes, Sundays are an important day in your family.
they are.
Yeah,
they are. Family supper on Sundays.
Yeah. Hi, Colin and company. We did get to visit part-time in the summer. So nice to meet you, Mom and Dad. Learned so much from watching Heavy Rescue 4 on. Hope there will be new episodes. We love you all. Merry and blessed Christmas from Thunder Bay.
Hi, Arlette. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, it's there will be more episodes. Don't worry. There will be more episodes.
Thunder Bay is beautiful. I went there on my motorcycle this summer, and the last time I'd been there, I was like 14. So it was like, are we there yet? So I didn't really appreciate it then.
I still wish I could have gotten to do that trip. That sounded like an awesome trip.
Yeah. Well, you can do it. You'll just have to follow me in a car now.
I know. I got 2 nice cars I can come up there with next time. We'll do that.
There you go. Hi from Perry Sound, says Jonah.
All right, Jonah. That is also my favorite area to be. So,
cool. Maxville, Ontario, from Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, Dave and Colin from New Brunswick.
Hi, Donald.
There's Pete. Hey, Pete. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Pete.
Hi, Colin. Keith from Collingwood.
Hey, Keith.
Sean says, hey, David and Colin. Hope all is well. Doing great here.
Hey, Sean.
And sorry, Colin, we're over time. You okay for a little bit?
Oh, I still got time.
Okay. I got nothing to do. My wife left me, so for the night.
Sit here and chat with me,
right? From where did it say flooded? Oh, Merritt, BC.
Flooded.
Oh yeah. Well,
I hope you're doing all right, Irene. There. Yeah, it's quite the situation out there.
Yeah. Jughead wants to know, Colin, do you and your dad have names for your rotators?
We don't have names for them. The camera crew had names for them because when we had the 3 of them, they had to figure out what they would call them. So we had I forget what the old one was called, but we had Kate Middleton was the middle rotator, and then Paul Newman was the brand new rotator. Don't ask me why they named him that way, but they named him that way so that that they could keep track of them. I just call it the tater tot every once in a while.
There you go. Oh, I just did it again. I lost my spot. I sent you, and by the way, I sent you a message there in the chat thing. If you, it's from Casita. Oh, from Sarnia. Hello, Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Okay. Hello from St. Louis, Missouri. For you, what has been the hardest tow for you and why?
Hi, James. You know what? That's a good question. It's I've done so many over the years that have been difficult for different reasons. And you know what? There's a lot of things that make a job difficult.
Right.
You know, there's obviously the mentally challenging ones where you're sitting there trying to figure out how to get the job done. There's the physically challenging ones that, you know, you're slugging away for hours and hours and hours. So, you know what? I will say the propane tomato wreck that we did that shows on season 3, that one was definitely one of the hardest ones, just because it was such a marathon of a wreck.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of technical pieces to that wreck, you know, with the 2 tractor trailers being, you know, in the ditch, with the load of propane, with the tomato truck being broken as badly as it was and not falling apart on us. That is still a miracle that thing did not just fall apart and have tomatoes all over the ditch.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I know everyone who worked that one. I can tell you, they all thank us for it after.
Right.
So, you know, that one definitely was one of the most challenging ones, just for really time wise, and, you know, really thinking about what we had to do. You know, you get to a point where you're 12, 13 hours in and you're drained, and it's minus 40 on that one. It was minus 40, and we were just drained on that one. We've been there all day. And it had come in halfway through the day. So it wasn't even like we had just fired up 8 a.m. and only been working on that. We had been working on other jobs for half of the day. And then, you know, you're working on that for another 16 hours, and then
right.
more calls come in. So you're mentally exhausted trying to figure out what to do. That one was a hard one. It was fun though.
Yeah.
I do that.
I didn't realize when we were coming out, like I knew it was cold, but I had no idea when we got like this how cold it really was. Wow.
You don't know minus 40 until you're sitting on the highway freezing.
Yeah. You know what? Don't call me ever again. You want to call me, say, hey Dave, can you bring out some hot chocolate, some donuts or stuff like that? I mean, I'll pay for it.
So that's why you didn't come out on the grocery rack there.
Oh yeah, no. I was working. Yeah. I told Jason about that one too. He was like, "Oh darn, we missed that." Yeah, but that's like he said though. That's a long day, and it's not just physical; it's the mental. It's just everything. And then, oh yeah, by the way, it's like really freaking cold, Batman. Yeah. So, and then you probably fall asleep pretty easily after that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think, trying to remember back, we had to do a snow plow that had rolled over after that. So I leave with another guy, and then we do the snow plow that rolled over. And then I think it was like 7 or 8 a.m. the next morning. And then I had a couple other jobs that I did. And I think I went till about noon the next day, and then I went home and I slept. I slept until the next morning.
Yeah, I hear you. A bit of a sad note here that we'll ask you about. Sorry to learn the news about your mechanic. Thoughts and prayers are with all the preferred team and his family. Can you share that?
Yeah. So thank you, Susan. That was definitely a bit of a shock to everyone in our team. Craig had been with us for just shy of 2 years. And he was a phenomenal mechanic, a great guy to work with. Like he was always happy to come into work. He was just a great guy to be around. And you know what? I learned a lot of things about mechanics from him. And it's been a tough last few weeks. You know, it was definitely a huge shock for us. Unfortunately, it sounds like he had some heart problems, and that's what ended up um, taking his life. And it's definitely been a challenge for all of us, because you know we're a family at Preferred Towing, and you know, beyond just being a company, you know, we're all very close as employees, and you know, it's hard when you lose a friend, when you lose a coworker, you know, when you lose a family member, essentially. So it's the team has definitely been hit hard, but you know, we're there for each other, so that's the main thing, and we're all just kind of working through that. And you know, it's one of those things, you couldn't have predicted it, and it's unfortunate.
Thanks for sharing that, and we do send the best to everyone at Preferred, and of course the family as well. It's an unfortunate loss. Okay, any idea if Apple TV will have new seasons?
That is a good question, because I don't know what all the outlets are that have access to the show, because it changes so frequently. I know Netflix for a little while over in the States had access to the show.
Yeah.
And then that switched to the Weather Network taking over from there. So I don't know which networks get the show. That's all behind the workings. We don't get to see the behind the scenes stuff. We don't get to see, you know, how the show gets sold, where it goes, or anything like that. We just get to stare at the cameras and talk.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and you know, play
contribution.
practical jokes on the camera crew. You know, like lifting their lift their vehicle and set it up on top of a trailer.
Yeah,
wow.
we did put their vehicle up on a sea can once. That was a pretty good one. We had been planning that one for 2 years, actually. That one was definitely something that we had thought out for a little while.
Wow. Yeah, there might have been some wheels missing off cars too, but yeah.
That one was fun too.
Jason Keel. So I'm guessing he's a part. He says, we start filming Monday. Make sure to get your makeup and hair done. And
perfect. Well, I'm glad someone from the show has been watching.
Right.
They can straighten me out behind the scenes if I'm saying anything I'm not supposed to be.
Hey, well, here's my opportunity to. I would love, and I probably couldn't happen, but how cool would it be if I was allowed to be the commentator for just the Preferred Towing section of the show?
I like this.
Just saying.
I like this. Or what if we did a round table? I like that. Yeah, like the episodes that they do with like Gold Rush and stuff like that, where they have all the guys from different teams there.
Kind of like they do with the actors, and then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like where this is going.
Cool.
Jason, let's do this.
Yeah. I want to do the commentator thing. That'd be cool. I don't know if they wouldn't even have to. They probably pay that other guy the big bucks and everything, but I would just want like nothing. My name could roll in the credits. It would actually, seriously though, that would really be a real honor for me to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. Jason also says, "Hey, Collin, just putting the finishing touches on the final episode of season 6. I think fans are really going to love the Preferred content this season. I'm excited to see it. Excited to see it all, but yeah, we definitely like to see Preferred Towing in there."
And just so everyone else is aware, I don't watch the episodes before. I like to watch them when they air with everyone else. My dad does watch our pieces just to make sure that all the terminology is correct, and you know what we're doing, like how it's being explained, is correct. But I like to watch on the TV, so I get to see everything for the first time after it being done in real life. I know, yes, I'm there, but you know, seeing it on TV is a different situation. You get to see how they put it together.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And it's kind of training too. Do you go back and watch and go, well, we did this, and then you talk about it? Do you ever use that?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of pieces actually that we've gone back on, and there's actually a good piece this season that you're going to see that we did actually get some footage from it. Like, obviously, the camera production company, they are able to send us some footage early, and we use that as training and stuff like that. But you'll get to see that whole thing transpire this season, and I'm sure there's going to be a few people who are very concerned about my safety, but I am still here, so don't worry.
Right, right. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself, Papa Bear. Hey, you lazy kid.
Hi, Rick.
Right. Everybody's saying hello to him. We'll have to have him back again.
Yes,
Nice.
for sure.
I think I know the answer to this, but the first time you worked on the side of the highway, were you scared?
Yeah, it's definitely an eye-opening situation. I can say my first winch out was a very eye-opening situation on the 402. It was a very interesting experience. It was only the second winch out I had ever done, and it was the first one on the highway. So it was a very interesting day.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned a lot, and I still drive past that corner, and I say, that is where I pulled the Chevy Aveo out, and I remember that one.
Tommy also wants to know, does each towing company they're on the show, do they get their own camera crew, or how does that work?
Yeah, so for the most part, like, not every company gets their own camera crew, but there's a bunch of camera crews across Ontario, so it's not just one camera crew that floats around to every company. There's one team here in Sarnia, one in Windsor, one in London, and a couple in Toronto, one in Ottawa, and then they kind of converge where they need to help out with, bigger wrecks and stuff like that.
Cool. Good evening, Collin. Our friend Barry here in Sarnia. Thank you.
Hey, Barry.
Kate, boy, she's really trying. This Kate, she's tracking you down. Hey, Collin, were you in London on November 23rd?
Oh my.
No.
Oh, okay. That was. Sorry, I saw your message. I haven't gotten back to it. I've just been so busy with work. I've just been not getting back to messages. I'm really sorry. That was not me. That was Tim in my 50 ton. So that's who you saw driving the 50 ton. I was up there a couple days before that, like 3 times that day, but
oh, there you go. This is I probably know the answer, but this is fair to ask too. Kathy says, hi, Collin. I love the work your mom has done with Ohana Landing. Yes, absolutely amazing. Does she have any plans in the works for another transitional housing project? Thanks. Happy holidays. I'm sure I know the answer, but maybe you can tell us.
Well, I don't think there's another plan in the works for my mom doing another transitional housing, but there are other people out there who have seen what we have done, and they have contacted us about doing something similar in their cities and getting ideas from my mom. So, whether we are actually physically a part of it or not, I want to say we're not going to be, but we have given that idea out to other communities, and that has been phenomenal, because not only have we helped our community, then we have now helped communities elsewhere. And it really is a community effort, because we couldn't do what we did here without community support, and we have had just an absolutely phenomenal community support. And one of the biggest shout outs I want to give is to Call the Chef, because she has
just read my mind.
She has done an amazing job at reaching out to my mom and finding out what she can do to help out. She's done the Waffle Cone Wednesdays, and that was phenomenal. That first waffle cone I had just absolutely blew me out of the water. I can't remember what all was in it, but it
doesn't matter. It was just friggin' deliciously amazing.
It was good. So that was pretty awesome. and just all the other stuff that she has done for us and the stuff that she is planning on doing. And one of the things that a new project, and I don't know, I'm going to get shot for telling everyone this one, but the plan is that there's going to be a kitchen built in the basement to do classes. So I don't know if my mom's shared that with everyone, but now everyone
I knew about that. I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
I think, yeah, whatever.
Okay, we're both going down together then, Dave.
Yeah, call the chef. You can blame it on me, whatever. Call the chef. They're working at trying to raise $10,000 to pull this off as well. And I know just a couple weeks ago at the party we were talking, and there's some other ideas being tossed around. And I know in talking to your mom too, like there's a lot of people come forward with ideas. Obviously, not every idea always works out, but it's just the people coming forward and saying, hey, what about this? What about that? And, just every little piece here and there, people putting on fundraisers or just donating or whatever it is. It's all, people donating to Ohana Landing to, bring in, presents and groceries and gift cards and whatever, just to help the people that are using the facility there. And I know they're all very grateful too. So, it was, and I remember, I remember the journey. I remember watching from afar the journey of trying to get it built and some hoops and obstacles that were there. I mean, obviously I wasn't right there, but I mean, I watched some of the, it was like, wow, that really happened. And how did you overcome that? And so I hope your mom's writing a book.
Yeah, she'll need to after this.
But it's nice to know, like you said, that it's impacting other communities as well, right? And that's really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all. We keep coming back to that word impact, but it's so important. What was your first thought on the grain truck wreck with your dad? I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm trying to think, because I've done a few grain racks over the years with my dad. I'm assuming it's it might be the corn wreck, maybe, which was in season 3, or no, end of season 2. That was end of season 2, I think. Is
the grain truck wreck? Y'all had to reverse or invert roll.
Yes. Okay. So that was the corn wreck. That was actually corn in that in that one, and that was a very interesting job. Actually, it was that was one of my first bigger jobs, just doing with my dad. So it was pretty cool actually doing that one. Just the two of us. And really getting to see how that sort of stuff works. And I've been around it for years, but it's still doing something like that in an actual live scenario, not just the stuff that we set up in the yard. It's a lot different. It's really cool getting to do that stuff. And it was a lot of fun actually. First thoughts on that one coming up on it were like, holy crap, how did you do this? Like, because normally they don't roll and then roll again so that they're facing the wrong way. Like the cab of the truck was actually facing the road, or the top of the truck. Sorry, the top of the truck was facing the road. He had actually rolled onto his side, onto the roof, and then back onto its side. Like, that was wild seeing that. And it was just thinking like, okay, how are we going to do this? Like, how do you get it to come back up? So, getting to do that one with my dad was pretty cool.
Yeah, right on. Tommy says, I really like the round table idea. Bill says, how about some bloopers?
They did do bloopers actually a couple years ago, but I think we need to get some more bloopers in there because
we showed it at a heavy rescue fundraiser. And I don't know any plans for that. It's really too hard to see if they're going to change guidelines or.
This year I do know. So I know someone was asking me. This year I know that we aren't going to be able to do it just because of the ever-changing rules. We want to just make sure that when we are going to do this, we aren't going to have to change plans last minute. So we have decided this year that we're not doing it. But next year, fingers crossed, everything is going to be open and we're going to be able to do this, as we did a couple years ago.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
I always have fun editing that and putting that together, because when I get and it's hard to edit, because I'm like, wow. But I only have time constraints too, right? Kind of like the show does. Yep. It's like, oh, I really don't want to take that out, but oh, okay, we're already 90 minutes in, so okay, I guess it's not the Godfather movie, right? So yeah. He wants a roundtable with Highway Through Hell.
That would be cool too, actually. Well, season 1 we did didn't do the roundtable, but they had commentary from a lot of people from both shows, and that turned into episode 9 of season 1, and that was really cool to watch that and listen to the guys from out west talk about what we do, and then us talking about what they do out there. I think that would be a lot of fun, actually, doing a roundtable with the guys out west.
Yeah. Hey, we can do a roundtable live stream. We can do that.
I know. I am going to try to, but that's the thing, is we're trying to do this and trying to get all the, it's like trying to herd cats, right?
Well, we could actually do it still here on this platform, and if we had to record it, we could record it and then just play it like that.
I guess that's fair. Try to find a day that works for a bunch of us.
Yeah, but I mean, live would definitely be more interactive, like what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm your Canada Post delivery driver into Sarnia. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Barry, for getting the mail to us.
Barry.
There's David from Johnson County, Tennessee.
Wow. Hi, David.
That's awesome. Does Ohanalanuk take used donations of clothes or coats, winter boots for kids and adults?
Yes, they do, Tammy. Contact my mom, because I don't know what they need right now. They may be full for donations, because we have had phenomenal community support. So just contact the office, and they'll get a hold of my mom and figure out what is all needed.
Yeah, awesome. If I don't see each other in the road, Collin, Merry Christmas to you and your family, young buddy.
Thank you, Rick. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Merry Christmas, Rick. I have to give you a shout when I get down that way sometime. Love the Bobble Heads that I got for my birthday. Still available, yeah.
Thanks, Sherry. It's awesome that you got some. Thanks for supporting.
Okay, wants to know if you'd like a decoration with one of your trucks on it.
You know what? Sure, why not? That'd be awesome. I got my Christmas tree, so I got to set it all up. So put some decorations on there.
All right. Okay, I'm going to take one more question here, and then we'll wrap things up. There's LaPorte County, Indiana.
Hi, Ryan.
Okay. Do you have any workers that we will see on the show in season 6?
Yeah, there is actually, on season 6, there is one new face, Tim. You'll get to see him coming up through the ranks there and learning the stuff, because he started with us actually right at the start of December, or just before December. It was November, because he was with us for our mad week of Rex, which you'll see on season 6. And so he's a new face. And then for season 7, you'll see another 2 new faces probably. So there's some new faces coming up, and I think everyone will be all right with what they see.
Cool. Say no more. Say no more. Psst, that's it. All right. Thanks everybody so much for watching. We really appreciate it. I got to as many of the comments I could, but keep in mind we do monitor Collin's Facebook page, but it's just time consuming. So just be patient. I get after Collin once in a while, and I go, hey, you need to answer this one. But just your patience is appreciated. And I guess the next time we do this, we'll see you next year, folks. But keep checking the Facebook page out, of course, for pictures and stuff that Collin posts. And you never know, we'll talk about maybe Christmas Eve. Are you busy? Maybe. Yeah, never know. Thanks everybody for watching. Collin, as always, my friend, love to you and your family as always. And I look forward to the next time we can get together in person.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for doing all this.
My pleasure. Take care, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.